Hello, everybody. How's it going on this Martin Luther King Day? It is me, your favorite international auntie. I'm coming in on this day that is not only going to go down in history and so many other things. I have on one because I'm coming to you guys right now on some new technology I'm trying out. And so, this is the time that we are all going to be challenged to step out and try new things. We can't worry about if something is going to work, if it's not going to work. This is the time to be bold. Okay. This is the time, as I tell myself, this is the time to be black. This is the time to be bold and black. Tameka, step on out there. And so, as I position myself to do that, I am positioning myself to do my life's work. And doing my life's work, that means staying true to my mission, staying true to the cause, regardless of what obstacles are going to come against me. That's what Martin Luther King was all about, was staying true to the cause. No matter if it was long walks, no matter if it was fighting against the military, fighting against whoever, whatever, it was to stay the course. And over the last couple of years, I've been fighting just to get back on track. Just really everything that you can think of has been happening. But I'm here to tell you, I'm going to stay the course. So for those people who show up and, want to see what's going on and all of those kind of things, most people have no idea what I've been doing. And you know, that's how it's supposed to be, other than your closest people, right? So with this last year in 2024, making my 20th year in real estate, not in real estate, in owning my own brokerage. So let me just say that particular thing, because that's not how long I've been a realtor or an investor or anything like that, just owning the brokerage. And I didn't stop owning a brokerage. I just was ready to move that brokerage into a new space. And that also came with challenges and a lot of challenges. And I want to, really come and let folks know that part of what, keeps me quiet, grounded, all of those other kind of things is because I'm normally somewhere learning, somewhere studying, somewhere getting information so I can bring back to the people that matter. So over the last couple of years, I've been working with, quietly working with a few people so that, we're leveling up together. And now, as we move into this year, uh, it's important for us to always remember and to bring people, along with you. But it's got to be the right people, right? And the funniest thing is, as we've been moving and putting things in place, all the social media mayhem that we knew was coming, the playing that the politicians are doing now with our content and things like that, like they were able to put millions of people's income, stop their money flowing with the brush of, I'm going to turn off this app. And how unfair is that? Think about it. They don't want to pay livable wages. They don't want, people to do as good as them. The separation of power is ridiculous. And they can turn off a person's how they feed their children in a matter of a second. And for so many people to be okay with that, I'm not okay with that. And I will keep moving and boldly moving now and taking some of you along on these journeys, because to move boldly in this space and to move boldly means that not only am I taking what I learned from West Farms to Wall Street, okay? And West Farms, for people who are not familiar, that's an area in the Bronx. That's where I went to middle school. And I went to 167 Lorraine Hansberry. And being in the top of my class, that afforded me to live in Chappaqua, New York. Now, for those who are familiar with Chappaqua, New York, you may know that that's where the Clintons uh, are from and where their home is. So I lived with a family during that time and while I went to school. And that was a game changer. And what that told me then was that if you expose people, children, adults, youth, whatever, mostly youth, if you get the youth early enough, they can see some things that can change their life forever. And I believe that's true for many of us because if we've never been to China, if we've never been to different places, then we have these ideas of how things are. So this year, where I can, I will be showing up a lot more and taking you guys into some of these back rooms, into some of these things. Um, you know, a lot of people don't realize that, working with securities and things like that, there are rooms that you'll never get into. And by design, right? And so as I'm able to get into certain things and do certain things, I really realize that I need to share these experiences with certain people. And in order to do that, you have to build a community that makes that right. Okay. So as you guys will see, I will start moving, or if you're in any of my groups, you realize that a lot of the content that I did have on there, I deleted. I've started deleting content off of the social webs and placing it in the back office of my websites for those particular people who asked for it, or they've gotten it directly if they've paid for it. And so I'll still be on all the socials when they go off or go on, but I'm showing up different. I'm showing up with materials and marketing of where what workshops are there, or maybe a Monday funny or Monday motivation or something like that. But it's not going to be content driven, because understand that the more that they know that and what you're sharing, then you know it doesn't always become a good thing. So um there's information that's protected, and in order to do that, you want to move with the right people. And so my mission has always been, since I started moving into the spaces. And now, remember, I have done all the real estate transactions that I ever wanted to do, been everything from MLS president to realtor of the year. And now it's time to move in a newer direction. And what that means is I'm moving with the tribe. It makes no sense that there are so many people who are comfortable with being independent bosses, right? So they're comfortable. And what I mean by that is nothing wrong with being a boss, but it is something wrong with being a broke boss versus a wealthy partner. And if you guys are paying attention, that's exactly what the, you know, billionaires are doing. They're coming together to make sure they're feeding each other. That move on TikTok wasn't about safety, guys. Tried to tell some of these youngins it wasn't about safety. This was about money. This was about control. This was about being a hero so that, the other sheep could say, oh, yeah, he saved us and all this other stuff. And here I am on their platforms. And that's right. I'm going to say what I want to say, which is why the podcast, I had to create the second one of Auntie Said So, because I am not sugarcoating anything. Okay. If you see me on there, that's because I'm telling the nieces and nephews what's going on. And that's what it's for. It's so that those nieces and nephews who are within the tribe, people get to know them, get to know their businesses, and that we're doing business together. One thing for sure is, guys, people have survived worse situations than what we're experiencing right now, and that's because they've worked together. They've built community. Growing up, you could go to your neighbor's house and you needed something, you needed somebody to watch the children, you needed this, you needed that. And communities have now grown and we've gotten away from that. Businesses need community as well. And we need to look out for each other. We need to do more business together. That's how we grow. So I will just let you guys know, be on the lookout for opportunities to connect with us. There are events that we do that's open to public, and then there's a whole bunch of private events that are not. And so if you're not in the know and you want to be in the know, reach out and let us know, because I'm on a mission. So we'll check out and see how this new technology is doing. And if it doesn't do well, I'll come back with another video later on some other technology, because it's about trying all this stuff out for me. That's where I'm uncomfortable. Is this one going to work? Is that one going to work? What's this going to do? So we're going to try it out so we can still get the messages out to who they need to go to. So again, guys, I'll talk to you guys later and I'll see you at the top or from the top. Bye now.